If you don't want to blow another $15 on a new set of Control Freaks just because the grip is worn down, or the analog grip on your PlayStation, Xbox, or third-party controller just isn't doing it for you, I would definitely recommend looking into sole grips. I personally have naturally sweaty hands, and the grips on my scuff, for example, become pretty slippery after just a few minutes of holding the controller, even with the etched edges. And these are pretty nifty. They have 3 different designs, several different colors, they're really inexpensive, and if you use code FlexTango, you get 20% off. This guy is just starting out, so I'm hoping we can all throw him a little support. I'd like to watch his brand grow. Anyways, back to the video.
Hey guys, sorry I'm a little sick, so I might sound a little funny. But if you watched one of my recent videos, you saw that I got some word on Infinity Ward, what's going on inside there, and that they're actually listening to the fans on things like skill-based matchmaking. They're just running numbers right now and trying to figure out what best steps to take. And the steps they are taking are incremental because they don't want to jump the gun and do too much in either direction. So right now, there's really not much else I can ask for information-wise. Just wait and see what they come up with and what they figure out plays best with players. But regardless of how hard they work to find ways to work things out for everyone, Activision is still going to rear its ugly head and see just how far it can push its foot in the door of players' enjoyment and get away with it for the sake of money. So to better understand what I'm about to tell you, we need to talk about subliminal marketing. Subliminal marketing is a way to guide a customer to a purchase without them realizing they're being guided towards a purchase. Because if they feel that the decision is made all on their own, they're more likely not to think twice before doing it. Similar techniques are used to keep people involved in things like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and mobile flash games. Little sprites, images, colors, key phrases, keywords, flashing colors, and sounds that have been studied and proven to cause jolts of dopamine to the user are tactics they use to keep people addicted to said things. It is down to a science now and slowly being perfected, and it works so well, there are now studies that look into people who are dangerously addicted to these things and are growing in numbers. And now that you better understand that, I want to get into the skill-based matchmaking patent that was exposed recently. Basically, this is going to monitor the play styles of every player, documenting their habits to the point of creating a fingerprint based solely on the player's habits, of which they can be identified. This is going to be used to find the best way to persuade or guide players towards purchasing microtransactions, which makes total sense when you think about it. I mean, the fact is there are things in the game that you can earn instead of buy, so I kind of saw something like this coming. The patent was exposed by Skill-Based Matchmaking exists on Reddit. And believe it or not, there have been at least 2 more patents earlier in the year regarding skill-based matchmaking. And this isn't the first time matchmaking has been used to guide people towards making purchases. A patent was exposed back in 2017 that was designed to push players towards microtransactions as well. When seeing this and then reading it, I didn't fully understand how they were going to implement it in a way that would subliminally persuade players to purchasing certain items targeted directly to them for their playstyle, or if it was even going to go down like that. There are many ways you can use that data. But then I started seeing people on Twitter claim that after they made purchases, the matchmaking was changing. They couldn't quite put their finger on what all had changed, but it was definitely changing, and I just assumed it was people becoming overly paranoid, possibly it was their imagination. Then I saw a couple of voices I know to be level-headed, Scruffy Charms and Prestigious Key. Scruffy wasn't the first one I saw mentioning seeing a different success rate in players using specific unlockable characters, and after Prestigious Key made a purchase, he noticed that in his games he had players that he could just walk right up to and kill without being shot at. If these trends continue and continue to be noticed, it appears we are heading straight into pay-to-play territory. I had tweeted about this when I found out from Skizzleax's video. It was deeply creepy and disturbing, and asked if Activision had hired a Bond villain to make decisions, and Bond villain liked it. It's crazy. But in all seriousness, this is very predatory. These things are designed to take advantage of young minds and or people with addictive tendencies. And before you get mad and start going straight after Infinity Ward devs, keep in mind this patent was placed by Activision, not Infinity Ward. So it's literally a patent placed by their boss. That would kind of be like going into a Walmart and yelling at the cashiers because of a decision made by a district manager. And regardless of who you voice your complaints to, remember, don't be that guy making threats to someone else's life. That is not how you go about it. Voice your opinion, be detailed, be descriptive, explain yourself, ask them to explain themselves, ask for change, and be civil. If things don't start to change, stop playing the game. If numbers change, they have to change. I'm already taking a break from the game myself. A lot of my friends haven't played in over a week, some even longer. Some have even deleted the game in the past couple of days. So if you want the game to change, if you really care about it, take a break from it. Stop playing it. Make Twitter posts about uninstalling it. Start a trend. Start tweeting about other games people should switch to. Get the conversation out there. Get the conversation going. Because money is not only a universal language, it's the only language at this point. I personally have a lot of footage that's going to last me a while, and I'm totally fine with enjoying myself on Modern Warfare Remastered. That's all I have for now. Remember, stay civil, like, share, subscribe, keep the conversation going, and I'll catch y'all next time.